Good Saturday afternoon. Welcome back to the Portland Expo, one of the most electric atmospheres in the NBA G League. Spencer Martin here with you and the coach, John Scheinman. And it's one of the best atmospheres because, not just because of those great fans, but also 4 overtime games played right here at the Expo this season. And on Thursday, Maine got the first one to go their way.
It was all J.D. Davidson clutch, hitting the tying shot with 3 seconds left, and then the game winner, giving the Celtics the elusive first overtime victory after 0 for 3 in the 3 previous overtimes. What a great dynamic game for J.D. Davidson.
Yeah, 36 points for J.D. Davidson to go with 6 assists, 8 rebounds, and 3 steals. He accounted for 4 of the 7 points needed in that Target overtime, including this walk-off victory. Now another tough test as a very good College Park team comes back to the Expo.
College Park, they can play. These 2 teams have played 4 times. This is the 5th time. Each team's won twice. This is the tiebreaker. Celtics looking for their first sweep and their first 3-game winning streak. They're playing the best basketball of the season.
Here's a look at today's starting lineups. The Skyhawks are without 2-way players Dominic Barlow and Daquan Plowden. Tony Bradley also out for the Skyhawks, but starting for College Park, Keaton Wallace, the 2-way player. Back in the starting lineup after missing out on Thursday, David Singleton, Jordan Bowden coming off a season-high 31 points against Maine, Kevon Harris, and Atlanta Hawks assignment player Mohamed Gay. As for Maine, it's the guy, J.D. Davison, Jordan Shackle in the starting lineup for Baylor Shireman, who's on assignment with Boston, DJ Rodman, Anton Watson, the 2-way from Gonzaga, and Hassan Ward rounds out the starting 5 for the Maine Celtics. Just moments from tip-off, Maine looking to sweep a 2-game series for the first time this season. A tough challenge, John, against, again, a very good Skyhawks team.
Very good Skyhawks team, as we talked about in the opening. These teams have played 4 times. This is the tiebreaker. J.D. Davidson loves to play against the Skyhawks. Has had career highs against them and had a dramatic big-time finish on Thursday here in the Expo.
Yeah, during tip-off tournament play, career high 46 points for J.D. against this team. 36 points on Thursday. That's the most points any player has scored against College Park, one of the best defensive teams once again in the NBA G League. Maine put up 123 in overtime. Celtics 6-1 now this season when scoring over 120 in a game.
So we know the formula.
Opening tip controlled by the Maine Celtics. It was Hassan Ward in there against Gay. Another sellout crowd here at the Portland Expo. Davison, the Shackle again starting for Shireman, and Shackle off to a great start.
Jordan Shackle's been playing very well of late. He can shoot it.
One of the top shooters from the perimeter is Jordan Shackle, and we mentioned him post-game on Thursday, all the little ways he contributes. He's always among the best on the team in plus-minus.
So Bowden proves that he can miss here in the Expo. Boy, did he have a great game on Thursday.
Yeah, Bowden, the former Maine Celtic, a season high here at the Expo in his return to the Expo. Seemingly couldn't miss in that first half. Davison works off of Ward. Shot clock down to 6. Now 5 working on the big Gay. Davison out to Watson. Watson lets it fly. It's off.
Before the game, Coach Ashbrook was talking to us about the statistics late in shot clock. No matter when the game is, you don't score as much. You'd like their pace to improve is what he was sharing with us.
Yeah, you mentioned if they're playing a lot in the half court, right? The half court game. Skyhawks, one of the best in those scenarios and one of the best rebounding teams. They're first in the G League in terms of second chance points allowed by their opponents.
The Celtics did a great job in the second half on Thursday, being +6 on the glass.
Again, the shot clock was down to the wire. Davison makes up for it.
Coach Ashbrook, who usually stands right in front of me, is saying we got to get more pace.
Here is a little bit of that pace. 3-on-2 on the break. Shackle up ahead to Davison. Davison driving the baseline, ran out of room. It'll stay Celtics ball. 2 quick triples from Maine. Again, Baylor Shireman on assignment for the Boston Celtics. Played 4 minutes last night against Orlando. Davison's foul there, and one of the things I'm already noticing is Shireman was a key part of just inbounding the ball. He was the go-to guy on those plays.
Phenomenal passer, and he did play quarterback in high school, so he can pass. And Shireman was 0 for 1, but had 3 boards in 4 minutes last night versus the Magic.
Shot clock again, down to 7. Davison working on Singleton, tries to get to the elbow and draw some contact. Down to 1, Davison has to throw it up, it's off the rim. And Rodman and Mo Gay get tied up. DJ Rodman doing DJ Rodman things.
It's just uncanny. In fact, I'm going to propose that on DJ Rodman's jersey we capitalize the D or make it bigger. Sorry, capitalize, just because he can guard and impacts the game in so many ways.
And kind of cool here, meeting for the tip-off, Rodman and Gay, former teammates at Washington State. They took a picture together after the game on Thursday, that overtime matchup, and now the former teammates jumping against each other. I'd say Gay has the early advantage here, and Gay controls the tip.
Gay smiled down at his former teammate before the official threw the ball up. It was pretty funny.
6-0 lead. Skyhawks still haven't scored over 2 minutes. Kevon Harris is long, and another rebound gathered in by DJ Rodman.
Harris had 15 on Thursday, coming off a 34-point effort on Tuesday.
And Harris feisty on defense, hounding Watson. He will get whistled for a foul after nearly stealing the ball twice.
Good call by Julian Scott.
And already we're seeing some of the adjustments, I think, in terms of Watson bringing the ball up early, trying to get Davison off the ball a little bit more, knowing that he's going to have to do a little bit of everything tonight for Maine.
And that's a reason the Celtics drafted Watson, his ability to handle the ball. Al Horford style.
Rodman, 2 seconds on the shot clock, leaves it to Davison. Davison in the face of Gay, off back rim.
Well, we know what Coach Lashbrook's going to talk about the first time out.
Right.
That's pace. He wants this team to shoot quicker.
Harris trying to work on Davison down low, kicks it out. Bowden fouled on the three-point shot by Hassan Ward.
So that's how the game ended on Thursday, with Bowden going to the free throw line for 3. He could have won the game if he made all 3. He's a good free throw shooter, but he missed the front one, allowing J.D. Davidson to be the hero. And on the replay, you saw what you commented about on Thursday, Spencer. Bowden kicks his legs out, so it makes it really hard to officiate. High IQ broadcasting on your part, and Coach Lashbrook is chatting with the video staff just about that very fact.
And that shot, if you're new to the NBA G League, that was 1 for 3 until we get to under 2 minutes left. He'll shoot 1 for 2, but the rare 1 for 3, a valuable free throw make there as Rodman's shot is off the mark. And Bowden, 31 points on Thursday, including 5 of 10 from 3. That missed free throw in overtime was his only miss of the day. There's that urge for pace once again for Maine.
And Bowden's an 84% free throw shooter. He doesn't miss often.
No. Shot clock down to 10 is Maine playing in the half court. Skyhawks have held teams under 100 points 7 times this season. That's 4th best in the G League, and a steal there by Gay. How about the big man on the break?
Oh, the big man traveled, but not called.
Not called. Mo Gay on the break to Harris.
We're 2 for 2. In 2 games, I've talked over you on Mo Gay traveling right in front of our broadcast booth. So you'll see. Let's see if I think he traveled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. I think he traveled. What do you think, partner?
No comment.
Okay.
No comment.
And Mo Gay on assignment. Phenomenal player. Really impacts the game. Showed his skills on Thursday, knocking down threes, dominating the glass.
Yep, Mo Gay will be a factor once again in the rebounding battle. 6 of his 9 rebounds were on the offensive side of the ball. 14 total offensive rebounds for the Skyhawks. We talk about pace being a point of emphasis, rebounding as well.
Right. Well, at the break, the Skyhawks on Thursday were out-rebounding the Celtics by 14. Celtics really cleaned it up and had a +6 in the second half and overtime. And that was the difference in the game. Offensive rebounds on the free throws, which Coach Lashbrook chatted about in his post-game presser.
Ball out of bounds, stays with Maine as Jay Scrubb checked into the game for the Celtics, as well as Jarkel Joyner for the Skyhawks.
Joyner was only 2 of 8 on Thursday. He usually shoots much better.
Backdoor cut by Davison, pretty pass from Ward.
And you see Ward's improvement with the great floor vision. Ward is the only Maine player to play in all 27 games.
Harris's floater off the mark, gets his own offensive rebound, outside to Singleton. That time Ward hauls it in. Also forgot to mention Dmitro Skapintsev, not with the Maine Celtics tonight. Skapintsev was traded by Maine to Rip City for returning rights to Demoy Hodge and Daniel Oturu. So again, Celtics will give up a little bit in the front court to the Skyhawks this afternoon. Joyner's good that time.
As we talked about earlier, he's a much better shooter than he showed on Thursday. We were chatting before the game. Joyner seems like a fine young man. Enjoyed our conversation.
There's a lot to facilitate the offense and defense for the Skyhawks coming off the bench. This be a common theme in the first quarter. Shot clock dwindling down. It's up in the air. Harris able to get another steal for the Skyhawks. Now 8-6 with 6.5 to go in the opening quarter. Finds Joyner, just knocked down 1 from 3. Joyner, still 5 seconds on the shot clock. Pull-up jumper in front of Shackle. Mo Gay fighting down there, and I think that's a theme, group rebounding for Maine.
Gang rebounding, we used to call it. Good job by the Celtics. And Mo Gay, so active, impacts the game in so many ways.
Half-court offense. A little bit hard to come by for Maine. Scrubb attacks. Singleton is there, and we'll see what the call is. It'll be timeout. And it'll be Skyhawks ball coming out of the break with 5:51 to play. Tough first quarter to find some offense here. Maine up 8-6 halfway through it. We spoke about it in the open. J.D. Davidson's had a flair for the dramatic lately. Last Friday, that pull-up three from 30 feet sent the game versus Raptors 9:05 in overtime. Then opposite side of the floor, but another clutch triple by J.D. Davison against College Park on Thursday night. Similar shots, of course, one of them off the glass, but just some more Davison magic.
Because we said on the call, late night banking in Portland on Thursday. J.D. Davidson, like his fellow Alabamian Robert Ory, they called him Big Shot Bob. Well, J.D.'s got Big Shot J.D. Must be the blood down there in Alabama.
And then got it done with a walk-off shot in overtime. A huge moment for the Maine Celtics. They did give it to Maine ball out of the timeout, so 3 seconds on the shot clock now. Scrubb has to get something up. 1 second on the shot clock. Scrubb fadeaway, just gets a piece of the rim multiple times in this first quarter. Celtics have had to throw something up late.
And before that timeout, just the opposite of Thursday. Skyhawks shooting 12%, Celtics shooting 37%. Thursday we had an en fuego start. Both teams know each other.
Yeah, both teams scored over 30 points in that opening quarter. Active hands from Cameron Warrens. Scrub rewards Warrens. Steal and score for the Celtics.
Warren's been very impressive since he was picked up by the Celtics. Each time he steps on the floor is better than the game before. Understands the game, great defender.
A good chance for Maine to get up and down that time, and checking into the game for the Skyhawks, Nikola Juricic, coming off a career game against Maine where he had 24 points and 8 rebounds, a new career high for the rookie out of Serbia.
And he can play, and what makes him so special, he's a 92% free throw shooter, and he's so strong.
That time he left it to Joyner, and a tough rebound by Enaruna down low.
Seen a lot of late shot clocks for both teams early in the game.
I think, as you said, Scrub lets it fly, got it. Jay Scrub, pure in the face of Juricic.
When his feet are shady, when his feet are set, he's almost automatic from distance.
And that's a welcome sight for the Maine Celtics. Again, without Shireman, without Peterson, they'll need some of that instant offense from Jay Scrub. A lot of bodies down low. How about the block from Scrub? Davison in the break, crossover, leaves it for Enaruna. Tristan Enaruna slams it for Maine, forcing the Skyhawks timeout.
Wow. Tristan Enaruna making a house call today in Maine. Great pass by J.D. Davidson. Stay with us in Portland.
We were looking at Maine Celtics head coach Tyler Lashbrook. He stopped by Saco Middle School this week, speaking to some 6th graders about the importance of mathematics and statistics in basketball, giving them a little bit of a break from the classroom to give some real-world application to all that homework they've been doing.
Coach Lashbrook looks like a natural. Telling us he had a great time teaching math.
There is head coach Lashbrook, first-year head coach of the Maine Celtics and a assistant coach for the 2nd year for the Boston Celtics. Leave it to Juricic. Tough little fadeaway over Davison. That's a shot that Coach Lashbrook spoke about on Thursday that seemed to always fall down for the Skyhawks. And not so far tonight.
Nothing's falling down for them so far this evening. Joey Hauser checks in.
A little double team from Singleton as
Singleton is a very aggressive defensive player. I am very impressed.
Came from the weak side there, and Scrub didn't know that Singleton was coming on the double team. Earns a possession for the Skyhawks. Still just 6 points with 3.5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Murray Jr., floater, again, can't fall, gets his own rebound. That one off the mark as well, and Enaruna hauls it in.
Skyhawks missing shots they usually make.
Just 1 for 15 in the ball game is College Park so far. 7% from the field. Enaruna working on Hauser, goes to the left hand. His shot is short. Juricic on the break. 2-on-2, make it 3-on-2. Singleton soars in with the left hand.
Singleton, boy, as he played hard, was rewarded. Nice pass by Juricic.
He was all the way back on the other side of the floor and just kept running. That was the first field goal 4 minutes for College Park. Jay Scrub comes right back. 5 points coming off the bench here in the first quarter for Scrub.
Jay Scrub, very effective in the first half off the bench.
So 17-8 advantage for Maine. Murray thought Hauser was rolling. He wasn't. Here's Keaton Wallace. Wallace knocks it home. The two-way player didn't play here at the Expo on Thursday because he was getting some well-earned rest after scoring 27 points for the Atlanta Hawks in a win over Chicago on Wednesday. Wallace back here tonight.
And on Tuesday, Wallace hit the game winner in overtime versus Cleveland. It's not a busy week.
Scrub draws the foul, and yeah, we're talking 27 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, a new career high for Wallace in the NBA. And a guy you have to watch to see if he can get going here. Little NBA move from Scrub, huh?
Big time move. Went right through the hand. Little KD.
Scrub will step up here. So the free throw line is Jay Scrub, a 60% free throw shooter on the season. Maine just 50% from the charity stripe on Thursday against College Park, and a good one to go there for Scrub.
Yeah, free throw shooting's been a little bit of an Achilles heel of late for Maine.
Just 8 for 16, but that one goes down, counts for 2 for Scrub. Now working on Wallace. Sorry, that's Harris on the baseline.
And Harris is just so strong. He's so hard to guard when he faces the basket because of his strength.
Eric Gaines in for the first time today for Maine. Scrub fade away on Juricic. At that time for Jay Scrub is a little chance for Skyhawks to end the first quarter with some momentum on their side possibly.
Gaines did not play on Thursday. Finding minutes was Baylor Shireman up with the big club. That is a charge, partner.
Cameron Warren stepping in at the perfect time. Feet were set. I'm a little biased here, but I love a good charge drawn.
Right back at you. He's rewarded. He'd be rewarded with something. So right now he's the leader for the defensive chain. And that was an easy one.
Yeah, steal and now a drawn charge in the first quarter.
Joey Hauser's mom and dad are here. And I'm sure they said, no, that was a charge.
And Aruna shows off the strength there against Wallace.
Aruna's so improved. When we chatted in our podcast, he said he wanted to improve his strength, and he has.
Speaking of strength, Harris showing that down the block, and Gaines leaves it for Wallace. Wallace can't get it, and Aruna, multiple times, he has out-muscled the Skyhawks on the glass.
He's grown so much with his post defense. Some of it by necessity.
Scrub and Aruna. Scrub fighting down low. Jay Scrub. Follow-up is no good as Skyhawks in transition. Here's Wallace taking it right to the cup. Wallace flicks it in.
Just a scoring machine is Wallace.
4 points for the two-way player since he checked into the game. As Maine will slow it down this time. Gains to Watson, and Aruna is cutting down the middle, and Watson and Aruna not on the same page.
Surprised the Celtics going to go a little quicker for a 2-for-1, because something that Coach Lashbrook emphasizes often.
Instead, it's the 4th turnover here in the opening quarter for Maine, as now the Skyhawks can hold for the final shot. It's been tough sledding for College Park, just 25% shooting from the floor. 5 seconds on shot clock for Wallace. Leaves it for Hauser. Hauser from the corner. Nothing but net with 2.9 on the clock. Here's Gaines. He from 2/3 away. It's off the mark for Gaines, and a little flurry there from the Skyhawks to end the first quarter.
Well, they're resilient. We're talking to Coach Clyde before the game. He says, we just keep playing hard. That's what he preaches to the team. We've had 2 comebacks in 2 days this week.
A low-scoring first quarter. Maine still out in front, 21-17 here at the Expo. Quarter stats are presented by Ace Ticket. Ace always has the best seats and lowest prices for all Maine Celtics games. Visit aceticket.com. As you see, a first quarter here at the Expo couldn't be more different for a first quarter on Thursday, but the stat that sticks out to me, besides the field goal percentage for the Skyhawks, is the rebounding. Very even.
Very, very even. Jay Scrubb leads all scorers with 7. Wow, what a move by Juricic.
Juricic missed a lot of the tip-off tournament near with injury, and now fully healthy, showing what he can do for the Skyhawks. Juricic got a hand on that one as well. Watson spins away, finds Scrubb. Scrubb, Warrens, top of the key. Cameron Warrens hits back rim, and Aruna chased it down. Maine with about 14 offensive rebounds a game has been one of the top teams in the league in that category. Gaines also rattles it out.
Good possession for the Celtics.
Just a 2-point lead as Harris now will go to the free throw line, fouled by Warrens. Harris taking a little bit of time to get up there.
Yeah, he got him pretty good, did Warrens, as you see right there in the replay. Went for the ball. Good basketball play.
So Harris will step up to the free throw line, one of the top free throw shooters on the team, 86%. Taking his time a little bit.
It seems like we're saying that about a lot of their players. They're 78% as a team.
That's second in the G League overall. So,
and the Celtics are at 71%.
Definitely on different sides of the spectrum in that category are these two teams.
And in the G League, with the rules the way they are, when you miss is really important. Like that miss, that costs 2 points. You don't get 1 for 2. And so right now, Aruna's going to go to the free throw line, where he's gotten better, but he gets 1 shot for 2 points, as you expressed earlier. First time in the G League, folks. You see Aruna going to the hole hard.
We saw that from Aruna on Thursday. 13 points off the bench. Has really done, in my opinion, a great job of finding his spots down there around the rim.
Oh, great call on your part. And he's improved so much in his short time here as a professional. Credit to Coach Lashbrook and the staff.
57% free throw shooter, though, misses that trip to the line. Yeah, Maine 24th out of 31 teams in the G League in team free throw percentage, hovering right around 71%. Lets it go. Juricic can't score, but an errant pass by Aruna. Murray Jr. steals it, finds Wallace, steps into that, and Maine catches a break as Aruna's been busy on the defensive glass. That will go Maine's way. Tristan Aruna, 5 rebounds here in the first half for Maine.
Making his presence felt.
As you said, that was one of the question marks with no more Skapintsev, and Bayless Shireman's been top 3 all season in rebounding for this team. So that's as Coach Lashbrook would put it, an opportunity for a guy to fill that role.
And Shireman can do anything on the basketball court. Even last night in the NBA had 3 rebounds in 4 minutes.
Shot clock down to 5. Scrubb creates space. Who is the other side of the pillow? It's Jay Scrubb.
It's uncanny how he comes off the bench in the first half and scores.
Up to 10 points and right on cue. Jay Scrubb, steal, step through, too smooth. Jay Scrubb. Don't blink. Juricic comes the other way. It was tipped, and it will stay with the Skyhawks. So that was 5 quick points for Scrubb.
So Coach Lashbrook has to be happy with that pace.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he said to us before the game. We need that pace to beat the College Park Skyhawks.
Be 19 seconds on the shot clock for College Park. Murray Jr. on the inbound, goes to Wallace. There's Joey Hauser now. See if Wallace can get going for the Skyhawks. Wallace pull up Trey. Again, off the mark is College Park, now just 2 for 12 from beyond the arc. And Aruna, how about that pace? Euro step from the Netherlands. The
European with the Euro step, going coast to coast, rip, rebound, and then go.
And now Maine flying around on defense. Gaines gets a steal. Wallace steals it right back.
That was one of those bakery plays. Plenty of turnovers.
Murray Jr. gets a rare trade to drop for the Skyhawks, just their 3rd in the first half as they cut it back to 6. The pace has definitely favored Maine, though, in this second quarter. We had travel on Eric Gaines, caught in the air.
Caught in the air. Watson, good pass, backdoor cut. Gaines just couldn't gather.
Well, if we know one thing's for sure that we talked about going back to the mean, the law of averages. This Skyhawks team made 19 three-pointers just this week against Cleveland in that overtime game, and so got to be careful with them making just 3 so far. They can get going in a hurry. As here's Wallace, almost made me swallow my words.
And the thing about the Skyhawks, they just compete.
Jay Scrub fouled by Hauser. As Scrub will go to line with 12 points. And Scrub just has an uncanny way of creating space in the paint for himself.
Uncanny way. Just, he has a knack to score. And a great story, Jay Scrub, drafted out of junior college. The first player in 15 years to be drafted. He was originally drafted by the Nets.
And again, a lot of Celtics fans know this, but he was with Maine, with the Boston organization last year, going to be on a 2-way contract. Had that knee injury, a torn ACL, and he's just been battling back and getting better and better as the years gone on. We knew Scrub would have to score with Shireman out, and 14 points in the first half is a good way to do it.
Scrub and Jordan Shackle are fan favorites for coming back from injury. Always have a smile, always play hard.
Juricic tried to give Scrub a little bit of taste of his own medicine. It's Watson who hauls in the miss. Now 18 rebounds for Maine in this first half. 7 to Enaruna as Scrub's feeling it right now, just off the mark. He's got a big smile on his face, a little heat check.
Little heat check for sure. You took the words right out of my mouth.
How about this battle between Scrub and Juricic? Scrub wins that one, gets it from Ward in the breakaway, and Joyner, active hands on Scrub.
Well, when we talked to Coach Lashbrook before the game on Thursday, he talked about Joyner being a pest defensively. We saw it right there.
And you're seeing a timeout because head coach for College Park, Steve Cly, he wanted to challenge that right away. We'll let you know the result of that challenge after the break. All right, Maine Celtics fans, you can now vote for your favorite players into the NBA G League Up Next game presented by AT&T. That's on February 16th during NBA All-Star Weekend in San Francisco, California. You can vote right now at NBAGleague.com/vote. Now 10 players will be selected by fan vote, and the G League just announced the top 10 vote getters this week. Number 7, Eric Gaines. For the Maine Celtics. You called on Celtics fans, and Celtics fans love themselves some Eric Gaines in at number 7 in the voting, John.
Well, must be his infectious personality and his coming from UAB. That's interesting. You would have thought Shireman, Davison, is my standard answer for everything.
Eric Gaines does have one heck of a highlight reel on YouTube, and he has a good following on social media. So let's get Eric over there to California. After the challenge, it will indeed be Skyhawks ball. So Steve Cly picking up right where he left off on Thursday, where both coaches had a lot of success with their challenges.
Both coaches were in fuego with their challenges. You'll see. Nice play by
Joyner down there. The quick hands-on scrub. Thought he had the breakaway. Steve Cly, like Coach Lashbrook, is also an assistant coach for the Atlanta Hawks under head coach Quinn Snyder. Singleton finds back rim. Offensive rebound for the Skyhawks. That's some zone here for Maine, it looks like. Gay lets it go, and Mo Gay buries it from deep.
Mo Gay's hurt the Celtics the past two games with hit the three. You mentioned Coach Snyder, like you, he's a Pacific Northwest boy.
Yes, sir. Mo Gay now 1 for 2 from 3. Gaines directing traffic here in the half court. DJ Rodman also checked back in for Maine. Shot clock down to 4. Mo Gay coming out on Gaines. Gaines leaves it for Rodman in the corner. DJ Rodman can't find it. Juricic hauls in the rebound.
Back to that late possession that Coach Lashbrook wants to stay away from.
5-point lead for the Celtics. Joyner. What do you think of a little bit of zone from Maine? Juricic. That's one way to beat it.
Well, they're 2 for 2 versus the zone, or the Skyhawks. Juricic, he's a 92% free throw shooter, so it's safe to say he's not going to miss. Interesting. In real time, I thought there was a more foul. Coach Lashbrook's looking to see if he should challenge that. Brendan Baker and Jackson Het behind us.
Juricic was 6 for 6 from the free throw line on Thursday. His first trip this afternoon, and he never hits the rim from there.
He doesn't miss often.
Skyhawks now pull within 2, still just shooting 31% from the floor, but finding a way to hang around with these Celtics in the opening half here at the Expo. As you pointed out, the 5th meeting between these teams. This is just about everything for Shackle. Watson chases down the rebound. Shot clock did not reset, so Davison off the glass. The bank is still open for the all-time leading scorer in Maine's history.
Scooping it up and scoring.
That's what great players do. They just find a way. Errant pass from Juricic, stolen by Rodman. Watson goes right at the defense. Watson through traffic.
Wow, what a big-time play by Anton Watson. Every time he steps on the court, he gets better and better.
A little 4-0 run for Maine after Skyhawks cut it to 2. Joyner looking for an option with Ward all over him.
The warden said, "Not today, Mr. Joyner."
Juricic becoming the catalyst of this offense. Pass down to Gay. Too easy for him.
Nice play by the Skyhawks, recognizing the mismatch.
14 for Mo Gay in that first matchup on Thursday, and doing it again here with 5 and 5. Shackle, pull up 3-pointer, gets it to go. Another great shot by Jordan Shackle.
Shackle is a much better shooter from distance than the statistics show.
A 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. 33% from 3 this season, but you talk to two-way player Drew Peterson, he'll say that Shackle has some of the prettiest makes he's ever seen in the NBA or the G League. He's that good of a shooter.
That's high praise by Drew Peterson.
Shackle gets it done on the glass as well.
And as you mentioned, he was plus 10 the other day. Don't talk about plus minus often.
Coach Lashbrook said pretty much every lineup that Shaq is in, it's a positive plus minus. Rodman gets one to go, puts his hands in the air. He was 0 for 5 from 3 on Thursday, and he breaks the drought with that one.
He impacts the game in so many ways. If he can score, wow, he'll have a brilliant career.
What I love about DJ Rodman, he makes our life easy. He shows his emotion on every play, positive, negative. He lets you know the results of the play.
And he just made a great play there that you won't see. He sprinted in and boxed out Gay so Ward could get the rebound.
So just like that, Celtics up 10 with just over 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Davison and Ward trying to work on the pick and roll. Davison to Rodman, just got one. DJ's got another. DJ Rodman, as this coaching staff said, they don't keep track of deflections, things like that, but they just said he's impactful as, we'll say, heck. There's that kind of shot from Bowden once again that frustrates Maine's coaching staff.
You could literally review every one of those shots. Coach Lashbrook's right in front of us checking with his crew to see if he should replay it.
Well, and the foul would be Rodman's second, as Davison was also here at the scorer's table, as everyone was wondering if that's something to review and challenge, as you pointed out. Bowden makes it tough to defend in that way.
And he makes it tough to officiate as well because of that.
Bowden steps up to the free throw line, and he's off the mark. A rare miss for Jordan Bowden, 81% free throw shooter.
So he misses one a game.
Yeah, that one came at a poor time on Thursday. As Enaruna off the screen from Ward, stopped by Gay. Shackle, 5th triple tonight, is off. Hauled in by Harris. Captain Kevon does a little bit of everything for the Skyhawks, 4th-year pro. Watch out for him.
Harris is the all-time leading scorer, and Stephen F. Austin, and right on cue, he just fills it up.
He knew that was going down over Ward as soon as he let it fly. 5 points for Harris.
And he was a rare 4-year player at Stephen F. Austin.
Davison, pretty pass. He's swinging around to Shackle. Shackle back out to Davison, shows off that athleticism, and floater can't go. Wallace picks up the pace for the Skyhawks. Transition defense for Maine's been impressive so far.
Much better. Really impressive.
Harris gets Enaruna in the air, and Gay gets the offensive rebound. Rodman is just a pest down there.
Rodman doing Rodman things.
We'll call a foul on what ended up being a lob pass from Shackle. Everyone just got a smile on their face.
Almost had the hockey assist there. The official called the foul. Good call, taking us away. Take us to break, partner.
It'll be a foul there on the ground. Your Maine Celtics, 43-33. They lead the Skyhawks, 2:36 to go in the first half. Time for Maine Celtics trivia. Today the question is, prior to Ron Harper Jr., who was the last Maine Celtics NBA call-up? So who was the last player to get that NBA call-up from the G League? That answer will come in the second half. Of course, Ron Harper Jr., after an electric start to the regular season, earned a NBA two-way contract with the Detroit Pistons organization. Playing for Detroit in Motor City now, and we brought up Ron in our pregame with Coach Lashbrook, as they did review if that shot was a 2 or a 3 from B.J. Rodman. They confirmed it was a 3-point shot. But in a game like this, where Shireman's on assignment, Drew Peterson is out, Harper Jr. was an important primary ball handler for the Celtics that, of course, is no longer here.
So that's why Gaines is getting more minutes today. And Arun is also, and Watson have also gone coast to coast a few times.
Part of that pace you keep talking about. Hauser, ball fake. Hauser from the corner, too long. Hauled in by Anton Watson.
Nice traffic rebound by Watson.
His 5th in this first half. Speaking of traffic, a lot of it there around Davison. No call. Skyhawks happy to play a little faster as well. Wallace is good.
Nice pass by Hauser.
Wallace, yeah. 7 points now, but that's his first make from beyond the arc of 5 attempts here.
They're shooting a little sluggish, only 40% from their free throw line. As we mentioned, they're 78.
That would have been a spectacular finish, but rolled out from Davison, and again on the break, the Skyhawks not wasting any time. How about Tristan Enaruna, 8th rebound here in the first half.
Impressive. And that was great defense by Watson, forcing the miss.
Enaruna's been fighting hard, and Shackle's been doing his thing. 3rd triple of the day for Jordan Shackle.
That was what you quoted Drew Peters saying. He's as pretty as anybody I've seen, knocking down those threes. Skyhawks look a bit tired and not having their competitive edge that I've seen the last 2 games they've had.
Both of these teams, as Wallace starting to heat up right on cue. He said, I did get that Thursday off, coach. And I'm starting to feel it again.
Excellent point. Is we know from watching G League leads disappear like boom, like you're going to get a cup of coffee.
Just under a minute to go here in that first half. Enaruna uses the screen from Watson. Enaruna, those big steps through the lane, leaves it short. Wallace comes back the other way for the Skyhawks. Wallace is feeling it right now. It's a personal 7-0 run by Keaton Wallace.
Right back in the game, like we talked about, right on cue. Runs happen quickly. That was Wallace's run.
12-point Celtics lead is down to 6 with 40 seconds on the clock as Davison just lets it roll as they get ready for that 2-for-1 scenario.
At this pace, we'll be hard-pressed to get 100.
Watson off the dribble. Fouled on the shot. It'll be a trip to the free throw line for Anton Watson.
And the Celtics did successfully get the 2-for-1 opportunity, unless the Skyhawks do something super quick.
Watson dancing around the defense, a 70% shooter from the free throw line as a player is down for the Skyhawks. I believe it was Singleton. They're going to take a look at him with the training staff. We'll take a timeout, but we're going to stay here as that is Singleton on the ground for College Park.
Didn't see him go down. He plays really hard, the Singleton, the young man from UCLA, Southern California native. And you mentioned Watson going to the free throw line at 70%. He's improved so much as a free throw shooter and a three-point shooter. He's grown exponentially his whole game. It looks like a tough one.
And Singleton getting helped off the court by the coaching staff and Wallace, as we'll take a look at the road ahead. We briefly touched on potential fatigue. Well, the Maine Celtics are coming right back here tomorrow at the same time, 1 o'clock against the Long Island Nets. Maine then hits the road against the Westchester Knicks, play the Magic, and then we round out a busy January here at the Expo on the 29th against the Iowa Wolves.
And you mentioned tomorrow's game against the Nets. Schedule makers, again, not kind to the Celtics.
Yeah.
The Nets haven't played since Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I believe it's Tuesday.
Yep.
I checked last evening. And the Nets are in town already, getting rested. They're going to practice in the Expo after this game. So another challenge for the Celtics. They have.
Yeah, you look at Maine, and they played Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. So depending on how you look at a work week, four games there under 7 days.
I gave Watson the announcer's jinx by complimenting his free throws.
About a 6-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Juricic, no hesitation with the left hand. Juricic off to another impressive start.
I've been waiting to say this for 2 days of Bob Uecker passing. Watson's free throw was just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
As respect to the great Bob Uecker, who passed away at 90 on Thursday.
The great Bob Uecker. How about the great J.D. Davison holding for that last shot? 4 seconds on the clock. Looking on Wallace, and that'll be an offensive foul on Jordan Shackle, drawn by Juricic.
Jordan Shackle looks incredulous with disbelief.
Jordan Shackle says, I'm too nice of a guy to foul like that. Watson tips away on the inbound, 1 second. It's flung up by J.D. Davison. Looked good from Arsawat, but missed everything going into the half. 46-42, Maine Celtics lead. It's been tough sledding on offense.
tough sledding to say the least. Like I said, we're going to be hard-pressed to get to 100, but the game's hard-fought. Got to come back for the second half. Stay with us in Portland.
You guys have a dream. You know what happens when you put together a ball and a dream? You know what you get? You get energy, baby!
Celtics on three. 1, 2, 3, Celtics!
try to get it out of the way. Might have been just too late from the officials' point of view. Davison slamming it down.
Look, sometimes the officials don't get it right. They figured it out. Walsh, whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
I predict great things for Ward because of his length.
Oh, behind the back to Ward. It's Maine's first lead tonight. JD with the pretty feed.
Because more people need to actually experience that. It's an incredible experience. Oh my goodness.
Hassan Ward there with a vicious throwback. Eric Haynes, feed, and Aruna! Wow!
Head tapper.
J.D. Davison, he's having a night. 28-11. Davison for three. Yes! He stares down Leaky Black. Maine by one.
So definitely loves playing here in the Expo, partner.
Peterson skies to the basket.
That's how you take it to Brown. Just go right over him, partner.
Here they go. Shackle for three. Davison, the follow! Oh, J.D. out of nowhere!
20-point Maine Celtics lead, make it 23 heading to the fourth quarter, courtesy of Baylor Shireman.
Swing the rock to Watson, 4 to fire. Anton Watson! Holy cow!
Welcome to professional basketball, Anton Watson.
We welcome you courtside here at the Portland Expo against Spencer Martin, joined by John Scheinman. 46-42, Maine Celtics lead we thought we would see this. They've played this team now 5 times, and it's showing how familiar the Skyhawks and the Celtics are with each other.
There's a line, familiarity breeds contempt. Well, familiarity in this case just means consistent defense, effort. Both teams playing really hard. Both teams getting after it defensively. Offense has been a little scarce. Celtics are shooting very well from 3 at 38%. Their average is 34 on the season. Skyhawks are shooting well below their percentages, which is a credit to the Celtics defense.
We'll take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. And in the first quarter especially, you'll see a lot of Maine. The Skyhawks were down to just 7% shooting from the floor for the majority of that first quarter. No surprise, J.D. Davidson got things going for this team early on.
J.D. Davidson does what J.D. Davidson does. He had 7 points and 7 assists in the first half. You know, it's uncanny. There's one of those 7. It's uncanny how Jay Scrubb comes in the first half and just brings offense. He's like Vinnie Johnson, the old microwave player for the Pistons. Scrubb had 14 to lead all scorers in the first half.
Yeah, 4 free shooting. Also, a pair of steals for Jay Scrubb. DJ Rodman got that one to go. 3 steals in that first quarter for DJ Rodman. In the second quarter, you saw the Skyhawks start to get it going. Now 36% from the half as they started to kind of win those half-court battles with Maine.
Right. In the second quarter, Keaton Wallace, basically, he took the game over for a spell. He appreciated his rest the other evening and really was an offensive force, as you see, leading the Skyhawks with 11.
Yeah, total first half stats there. Jordan Shackle also with 9 points. All of his shots coming from beyond the arc. 3 for 6 from deep. Tristan Enaruna, want to highlight him again. We saw that show-stopping dunk, but Enaruna, 8 rebounds has been very key as the Celtics give up a lot of size to the Skyhawks in the front court.
Celtics give up a lot of size, but they gang rebound as well as any team in basketball. And they do that organizationally because they are shorter in most cases, especially in a parent club when Porzingis does not play, but has no bearing on the toughness of the Maine Celtics. As we talked about yesterday, they out-rebounded the Skyhawks, I should say Thursday, by 6 in the second half in overtime. And in the first half, the Celtics out-rebounded the Skyhawks by 3, 21-19. Now, there's a lot of rebounds because there's a lot of missed shots.
Yeah, and speaking of rebounds, Mo Gay also with 3 offensive rebounds for Mo Gay as Bowden lets it fly. It's off the right. Bowden has not been able to find some of that magic he had on Thursday with that 31-point effort.
That's a good choice of words. Familiar confines for him, as you mentioned, former Maine Celtic.
Davison blows by the defense. Shackle swings to Watson. Watson from deep. Watson's good. Anton Watson, rookie from Gonzaga.
He shoots so well from 3 of late.
He was 0 for 2 in the first half. Promising sight for Maine. Watching that one go down. 9 for 22 now in the game. Kevon Harris scoring there. And for the second straight game, Maine's done a pretty good job of keeping Harris under wraps, a former 2-way player, a guy with NBA experience. That'll go the Skyhawks' way.
Son Ward getting his hands on the ball. The Celtics coaching staff checking to see if it was off game. It was not.
Same starters we had in the first half. Again, the Celtics without Drew Peterson, still in concussion protocol, and Don Carey Jr. Also, Dimitros Kapinstead traded this week to the Rip City Remix. Wallace, the lone 2-way player for the Skyhawks, I think he knows that he's got to put the team on his back a little bit if they're going to get this done at the Expo.
Correct. Brings him up to 13. He's just locked in right now.
Wallace took Thursday off for rest, again after scoring 27 points, a career high in the NBA for the Atlanta Hawks. Swings to Watson, 5 on the shot clock. Watson looking for someone. He goes down to Ward. Ward over the outstretched hand of Gay. How about that for the Warden?
High arcing shot by Ward as the shot clock was going to expire.
Talk a lot about the development of Hassan Ward as he tried to stay in front of Murray Jr. there, had a tough time. But when he's been put in those situations where he's had to shoot it, Hassan Ward actually looks pretty good. A lot of touch on those opportunities.
Tremendous touch for Ward. His future is bright as a professional.
Rookie out of Iowa State. A lot like the first half, shot clock down. Davison, bowling ball, it's good.
People just bounce off him. It's uncanny. In a post-game press the other day, he said he was the youngest of brothers, so he's used to playing against physical guys, and it helped him.
Shot blocked by Ward. Watson leading the break, takes it himself. Anton Watson, it rattles in and out. Skyhawks come the other way. There's Wallace, and he's off to a quick start. Coach Lashbrook needs timeout as Keaton Wallace getting hot early.
Keaton Wallace getting hot. Coach Lashbrook can't be happy with the transition defense. That's why he called timeout.
We'll go to break. Maine holding a 2-point lead. We're just getting started here in the second half. A lot of great matchups and promotions still coming up right here at the Expo this month. You can scan that QR code to get your tickets or visit MaineCeltics.com. A sellout crowd here at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and another sellout possibly underway tomorrow as you're taking a look at Dave and Stephanie Hauser, parents to, of course, Sam Hauser, the Boston Celtics, and on the floor here today, Joey Hauser, as Sam put it well in the interview yesterday. It's a 2-for-1 opportunity for the family.
And when I was chatting with Joey before the game, he was saying how, yeah, last night he went down to see the Celtics, and tonight he's going to see the Celtics play the Hawks. So, little mixed emotions, I'm sure.
Yeah, a doubleheader for this organization. I spoke with Stephanie Hauser just at halftime, and she said it's totally worth it. And the drive up the freeway from Maine to Boston and Boston to Maine, I'm getting that wrong again, my geography, but she said it's a lot easier than most of the travel they've had to do to catch the boys.
That excellent point worked out well for the family. And the Warden with the tip-in.
Ward with an active start to the second half. Ward doing a good job to stay up top there, and it's another defensive stop for Maine.
That was the first time I've seen Bowden maybe a bit out of control in the 3 games I've seen him play this week.
That patented step through from J.D. Davison. Good luck stopping that.
He absorbs contact as well as anyone, kind of like Celtics assistant coach Sam Cassell did. and Sam is no stranger to Pine Tree State because he prepped at MCI up in Pittsfield, Maine. Little did you know fact, Bart.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
There's a lot of Central Mainers who loved you for that. You just rose up their book another notch.
There you go. Nothing better than a Pine Tree State partner.
And just what Coach Lashbrook probably likes to see out of that timeout. 4 straight points for the Maine Celtics. Here's Harris. He's got one-on-one with Ward. Harris, great pass down low to Murray, swinging all the way around the world. Finds Harris once again. Perfect basketball. Doesn't churn out right away, but the offensive rebound, Bowden, no hesitation.
Yeah, you said perfect basketball. The basketball god said the Skyhawks have to score this possession because everybody touched it. It started with Harris and ended up in his hands, and they were rewarded. That's textbook right there.
Bowden was 0 for 6 before he got that 3 to go down. Can't quite connect with Ward. Active hands by Harris. Harris leading the break out to Wallace. Ball really swinging around right now for the Skyhawks.
Skyhawks have definitely come out with more vim and vigor in the second half.
Wallace's shot can't go as Scrub and Juricic, 2 fantastic scorers off the bench, set to check back in here at the scorers table. Davison's feeling it though here in the third quarter.
He loves playing against the Skyhawks. He just fills the stat sheet. Well, he fills the stat sheet against everybody.
7 points in the first half for J.D. Davison. He's already got 7 here in the third quarter alone, as Harris up to 9.
And Harris, if he gets that deep, he's so big and strong, he's like automatic.
Davison, little bit of a heat check, just falls short. Chance for the Skyhawks here to make it one possession once again. Wallace doesn't miss. Keaton Wallace continues to light up the scoreboard.
Wallace is up to 18 on 8 of 12. That's impressive.
Such an efficient score for someone who has so many high volume opportunities. Jordan Shackle, 3 made triples in the first half. Long offensive rebound falls right to Davison. Rodman off the dribble now in traffic, goes one-on-one with his former teammate. Gay won that battle.
Yeah, he should know better.
A chance for the Skyhawks to lead, and they get it 61-60. College Park in front.
And see, for 2 games, we're saying how Harris is so strong and physical with his upper torso. He just went right through the defense. Celtics a little flat-footed right now, partner.
Yeah, here with just over 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. That's the first lead of the game for College Park. Rodman, pretty bounce pass to Ward.
What doesn't DJ Rodman do on the basketball court?
Just the second lead change, hard to believe to these two teams. It feels so evenly matched. Wallace has Watson one-on-one. Harris takes Rodman with that kind of Davison-like move.
Right, but Davison, see, as good as the defender as Rodman is, he still bounced off. That's how strong Harris is.
Shackle, that one goes down. 4th tray of the night for Jordan Shackle, forces a Steve Clyde timeout. Jordan Shackle really spreading the floor for the Celtics. It's a 65-61 advantage here in the third quarter. Jordan Shackle feeling it from deep. Always a fan favorite. How about the pink jersey and the matching shade? She came ready to go.
A baller, a gamer. I love it.
Here at the Portland Expo, bringing some of the swagger that Jay Scrub would be proud of, as the Junior Celtics camps are presented by New Balance. They're coming back this summer, 4 weeks of camps here in Portland and in Lewiston, just down the highway. Scan the code or visit MaineCeltics.com to sign up and lock in our early bird special for summer camps, as Anna Runa and Scrub did check in for the Maine Celtics, as well as Joey Hauser and Nikola Juricic for the Skyhawks. 14 first half points for Scrub.
The story of the second half is Keaton Wallace. He just has 19 already, he has 8 this half.
The field goal percentage continues to climb for the Skyhawks, up to 41%. Starting to feel it. 9 for 26 from 3. Juricic, quick hands from Jordan Shackle, gets the steal.
The Celtics do that as well as any team, stripping the ball. They take advantage of their quickness versus their size.
Scrub crashed the boards, is rewarded. Warrens from the corner. Warrens can't make it. Another offensive rebound there for Scrub. You talked about Wallace. A rare miss. Mo Gay cleans it up. The Atlanta Hawks assignment player, a force down low.
Mogay has made his presence felt in the 2 games in the Expo.
11 rebounds from Mo Gay already. Foul will be whistled on Mo Gay there, and Coach Lashbrook like that.
My coaching instincts, being the coach, I was going to say, that's a foul, but really I'm broadcasting, so Mogay fouled him.
Lashbrook said it, I think, at the same time you were thinking it, so.
Coaches are coaches.
You're on the same page. Davison out to Scrub. Again, 14 first half points for Scrub, not a shot yet in the second half. And Aruna, always kind of that mic and drill under the bucket.
Just uncanny ability to score is Aruna.
So after College Park briefly took their first lead of the game at about the 6-minute mark in the third quarter, Maine responding well so far. Juricic and Scrub. That's a fun battle. Kind of both go to the left hand a lot, both instant offense off the bench.
Good call, and it was a foul. Scrub did reach, and Juricic, when he dribble, he should dribble by every time because he's such a good free throw shooter. Gets to the line, they're literally automatic.
10 seconds on the shot clock for Wallace. Looking for Gay down low. Gay slams it home. Active Mohamed Gay up to 9 points now. And again, accounting for a third of the team's rebounds.
He's making his presence felt, is the big fella.
Again, on assignment from the Atlanta Hawks. A lot of potential. Second-year player out of Washington State. Shot clock down to 5. Davison taking his time.
Uncanny how players bounce off him. He's up to 16 on 7 of 13. Very efficient. 2 of 4 from 3.
And that one a master class. The Skyhawks really trying to play through Juricic and Wallace. That time it's stolen by Enaruna. Enaruna to the break, up ahead to Davison, lays it off the glass. Tristan Enaruna having a very impressive game this afternoon.
Returning the favor, Enaruna to Davidson instead of the other way around.
Mo Gay, right from the top of the key. Hauser follows it up.
Forgot to block out Joey. Maybe they thought it was Sam who's on the same team.
Jordan Shackle's been hot so far today. Can't convert. A lot of fans in the building, as long as it's a Hauser, they can live with it. That's Murray Jr. As Shackle is battling for the rebound. Should note Murray Jr. started this second half as the Celtics turn it over. Singleton, we saw go down with that injury, will not return. And Sam Hauser should have been to this game to watch his brother Joey.
Uncharacteristic turnover by Jordan Shackle there, his pass hitting the backboard.
Shackle's been busy from beyond the arc. That one goes down. Jordan Shackle, now 5 for 11 from three-point land.
He just made up for the boo-boo with a knockdown 3.
Davison on the break again, goes red. Juricic leaves it for Enaruna. Skyhawks recovered quickly, and that'll be a foul on the ground on Hauser. Looked like College Park didn't want any more of that transition dunks for the Celtics there.
Correct, and again, good job by the Celtics. The ball was moving quickly, then on the dribble drive, Skyhawks weren't set, forcing the foul. That's what happens when the team's not set and the ball moves.
As the offenses and the pace has really picked up here in the third quarter after both teams scored under 50 in the first half. Scrub still looking for his first points of the second half. Eric Gaines into the game for Maine. There's Enaruna. Loses the ball around the paint. It'll stay Maine's way with 4 seconds. A little bit of a discussion, but it does stay with Maine there.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Celtics will go quick with a set play.
So let's look to inbound. They go to Watson. Hauser closed out on him. Watson, tough shot off the glass. Finds back rim, tipped in. Look at Scrub in the area. Jay Scrub's been active on the offensive glass this afternoon.
He's competing for the chain with Rodman.
That's been a battle between those two guys. There's a foul on the ground.
Warren's
called by Warren's, yep.
Got Harris. That's the second time Warren's has got Harris. See, it looks like he got him across the arm. What do you think, partner? I mean, Warren's doesn't think so, sorry.
I think it was a close one that Warren's got a piece of the ball, but not worth contesting.
Correct.
The worth contesting, no. Again, Harris over 80% from the foul line, gets that one to go. This is first 2 to Kevon Harris, up to 13 points here. And Aruna now is, Harris does not shy away from contact when he's guarding guys on the ball.
Well, he's built like a tight end. As you mentioned earlier, offense has picked up. Both teams have 30 points this quarter.
Yeah, starting to feel like that game we had on Thursdays. And Aruna up to the free throw line, 56% from the line as Celtics are in the bonus here, shooting 1 for 2. And Aruna rattles it in. Tristan and Aruna back in double digits off the bench again for Maine. When he does that off the bench, they're a different team.
And again, credit for he has dramatically improved or drastically improved his free throw shooting.
Scrub gets in the rebound off the Joyner miss. 78-72, Maine Celtics lead with just about 45 seconds to go here in this fast-paced third quarter. Little question, I think, who the shot's going to come from here. Jay Scrub working on Joey Hauser, puts Hauser on skate, step back, Scrub, off back rim, hauled in by Harris. 2-for-1 opportunity for the Skyhawks.
Looks like they're not going for it.
Harris was looking for his window. Good job of Warren staying in front.
Cameron Warren's done a great job defensively.
Juricic looking for that left hand. Watson was ready for it, draws the foul, and they're going to call it on the rookie out of Gonzaga. That one I will say publicly I'm not sure about.
Agreed. They're looking to challenge. It looks like they're not going to. But this is something Juricic should do so well. Look at the fake, drawing contact, and he's such a good free throw shooter. He's basically unguardable and so strong. Those kind of fakes, got Watson in the air, nothing Watson can do but foul in that situation. So we're going to mark these down as 2 good ones. Now, he hasn't missed in the Expo, so 92% free throw.
Yeah, 6 for 6 on Thursday. Perfect again here today. And it hits front rim, but Mo Gay gets the offensive glass as head coach Tyler Lashbrook puts his head down. Stolen by Scrub, not giving up. Jay Scrub, big smile on his face. As 8 seconds left here now in the quarter. It's back to Juricic. Juricic from deep, and it rattles home for Nikola Juricic. Don't go away just yet. Heave opportunity. Warrens from half court falls short. Now the new G League heave rule. That shot under 3 seconds from half court will not go against the statistics for Cameron Warrens. It'll be a team miss as you see the rule there on the heave.
This is the first game I've seen this year. We've had 3 heaves at the end of each quarter.
And at the end of 3, it's the Maine Celtics holding on 80-75. Another exciting fourth quarter on deck here in Portland, Maine. Celtics got 12 steals already through 3 quarters, and that's another one for Jay Scrubb, leading the way off the bench with 18 today.
As we talked about, Jay Scrubb making his bid to win the defensive chain. If the Celtics win, the team votes, and the player that has the best defensive effort, usually unsung, gets a chain.
You get the turnover chain. They also get some lobster claws put on their hands, some lobster mitts. A little ode to Maine.
I forgot about that. Thank you, co-partner.
Lobster claws. So 5-point lead to start the 4th quarter. As shot clock down to 3 for Scrubb. Looking for that step back again. Takes Juricic off the dribble. Can't go down. And if this one is like any of the other games we've done lately, is Bowden out of bounds. Now, the last 3 games we've done here at the Expo, 2 of them have gone to overtime.
That's a fact. We're on the same pace.
If you look back at that game, Maine scored over 120 in the last game, just at 80 today, but that was over 30 points for each team in the 3rd quarter. Turnover by the Celtics.
Celtics rare turnover.
13 so far today, right about at their season average per game.
Might have been a little too quick, that possession.
Juricic, blow by Warrens to the right hand, can't get it. Missed opportunity for the Skyhawks.
Skyhawks missed 2 real close that possession.
Quick first set from Gaines, contested by Murray and Gaines. And 1.
Gaines showing great quickness and strength, staying with it. His shoulders stayed square to the basket. He absorbed the contact. That's a great job. Looks like J.D. Davison right here. Look at that contact going right through. Look at his eyes and shoulders. Eyes were on the rim, shoulders were square. That was textbook right there, how to absorb contact and knock it down.
And a good time to mention that Eric Gaines is 7th in the fan voting for the NBA G League. Up next game, you can go to the G League's website, keep in those votes for Eric Gaines as he misses the free throw. Gaines has struggled from the free throw line so far this season.
Gaines is only 1 of 6 to your point, partner.
And that'll be a foul on Scrubb, looking for the 4th steal. Actually, it'll go against Gaines. Both are in the area, digging down on Harris. This is, familiar territory for the Celtics, familiar territory for head coach Tyler Lashbrook. As you always say, we're so grateful for the time that Coach Lashbrook gives us, those candid conversations. What's your impression of this team and the coaching staff when it comes down to these moments right now?
Well, to quote Coach, I mean, they're really gritty. They're really resilient. The team is coming together. They're playing, in my opinion, the best basketball of the season. And it's been a difficult year, more so than most G League seasons because of injuries and call-ups.
Yeah, roster moves. It's been a lot of stability on the roster as Juricic.
Now, we've got a long way to go. We've talked about the Maine Celtics playing 4 games in overtime here. The Skyhawks played 2 overtime games in a row after not playing an overtime game in 4 years, I believe you shared.
Yeah, just over a year and a half has been in overtime for them as Bowden still just 1 for 5 now from beyond the arc.
Maybe he should go back to kicking his legs out.
2nd steal in a row for the Skyhawks on the break. Juricic again misses from close range, and Aruna hauls in the rebound. Scrubb up in front, no one's there. 20 points for Jay Scrubb.
Juricic has missed a bunch of bunnies here in the 2nd half.
Juricic 5 for 11 now in the game. That will be a foul as Murray Jr.
I believe they called goaltending, partner.
Goaltending, we got a lot of bodies in front of us. My apologies.
People don't realize how we can't see. Right now, Rodman and Wallace are blocking our way, but on the screen we saw the goaltend call. So we say this often. I'm glad Coach Lashbrook's an average-sized fellow. Because,
right?
like, if Wallace was in front of us or somebody, we couldn't see.
Juricic came from the backside of Watson, stealing a 2-handed slam from Juricic just like that. Skyhawks back in 1. It's been all Juricic here to start the 4th quarter.
Effort and energy you're going to see right here. Steal, pass, layup. Well, we're on our way to another Expo overtime special. Stay with us.
here's your answer for our Maine Celtics trivia this afternoon. The question was, prior to Ron Harper Jr., who was the last Maine Celtics NBA call-up? That would be Luka Samanic, earned the call-up to the Utah Jazz. That was nearly 2 years ago on March 28th, 2023. All time now, 22 players from Maine have earned a call-up. Now, one of them on that banner, John, is Luke Cornett, who we see a lot now for the Boston Celtics. Wanted to know your thoughts. Last night of the game, they had players for Boston offer their hot takes on certain opinions. Luke's was that every NBA game should be at 11 a.m. so that they have a more functional work schedule.
Except Luke doesn't realize that the people that are working buy the tickets and watch and pay for everything in the NBA.
Yeah,
But I like it.
I thought it was pretty funny.
I very much like it. Good for him.
Also, much to the dismay of the crowd, was Wisconsin native Sam Hauser, who said Aaron Rodgers is the top 3 quarterback in the NFL, and the crowd did not like the Wisconsin native providing that opinion.
They're entitled to their opinion.
Just like that, Skyhawks have their second lead of the game. Still, they've only led by 1. They briefly took the lead not long ago. Watson. So Watson will go to the free throw line, shooting 1 for 2.
You'll see the replay. Watson just couldn't get it to drop. Emmett Matthews has checked in for the first time for College Park. Emmett hasn't played yet this series.
Watson can't get it to go. 70% free throw shooter. 0 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. 3 for 7 as a team where the Maine Celtics is Bowden's pull-up J goes. That's the largest lead of the night for the Skyhawks.
And right, when you miss those first, if you don't get a second shot, so it's really costly. It's literally like a wasted trip with the G League business. And that has been an Achilles heel for the Celtics the whole regular season. Wasn't so much in the tip-off tournament portion of the season. Coach Lashbrook's talked about that.
Yeah, Maine down to now about 70% shooting as a team on the season. They were about 78, 79% during the tip-off tournament. Now in the bottom half in the NBA G League, Rodman tries to get to a spot. Free throw line extended, can't go. A little bit of a drought here for the Celtics. Wallace without hesitation. Watson hauls in the rebound, his 8th of the game.
It's a great rebound by Watson.
This feels like one of those possessions where Davison tries to get the Celtics back on track. With a double team, and it's a turnover. The former Celtic Bowden up ahead to Hauser. Hauser lays it off the glass. The lead grows for the Skyhawks to 5 as the Celtics.
10-0 run for the Skyhawks. Turns the game around. But we know in the G, no lead is safe.
Just in the last 2 minutes, they flipped this game on its head. Davison, quick crossover on Wallace, leaves it for Warrens. One more to Watson in the corner. Watson misses everything. Here come the Skyhawks again on the break. It's Bowden going to Enaruna. 1-2 step. It's good.
12-0 run. Coach Lashbrook wanted his team to run their paces off right now, hence the Skyhawks lead.
Watson went at the body of Hauser, leaves it for Rodman. Rodman's layup goes down.
Watson's such a good passer.
Second assist for Watson. 8 points now for DJ Rodman. Maine Celtics need a stop to this run. That'll be a foul on Warrens, who's trying to poke away the steal.
One thing about Cameron Warrens, when he fouls, he gets his money's worth. There's no debating.
Jordan Shackle and Hassan Ward back in for Maine. Kevon Harris, Muhammad Gay in for the Skyhawks, as well as Juricic for Hauser.
That 5 right there had a good run for the Skyhawks. 12-0 run, in fact.
91-86 is the crowd here at the Expo getting a little bit nervous. Skyhawks getting more assertive. So is Keaton Wallace. Goes right at the body of Ward. Muhammad Gay keeps it alive. Shot clock is reset to 14. Here's Wallace again going at Ward. Now Juricic from deep. Another offensive rebound momentarily from Gay. It'll stay with the Skyhawks as Muhammad Gay continues to give Maine problems.
problems for sure. His size is making a difference. Both teams fatigued. His size is he's just taller than everybody, so he's got his hands on a lot of balls of late.
6'11", Mohamed Gay, the tallest guy on the floor tonight. Juricic had Ward for a moment. Instead, goes down to Harris. The two big bodies, one-on-one. Davison wins the battle. Shackle chases down the rebound.
The Skyhawks are out rebounding the Celtics by 8 this second half.
Similar to Thursday, except the Skyhawks winning that rebound battle in the second half. As you mentioned, 91-86. Davison in the face of Juricic. Falls short. J.D. Davison now 2 for 4 beyond the arc. Harris doesn't give Maine much of a chance to breathe, and that'll be a foul on Shackle as the team foul is starting to mount.
It's funny, when J.D. Davison shot, the whole crowd just expects it to go in, because that's how good he is and how appreciative of his effort the Maine Celtics crowd is. Joey Hauser comes right back in for College Park. Played very well in that 12-0 run.
And College Park, 5-3 this season. In the regular season, Maine 6-5, trying to save above 500. Juricic continues to feel it in this second half.
As we spoke about, the Celtics have not had a 3-game winning streak, and they also haven't swept a series all year.
8th in the Eastern Conference are the Celtics, as their field goal percentage continues to plummet here in the second half. Now just 12 for 36 from 3, and another foul called, I believe, on the ground.
And in G League fashion, obviously Celtics are feeling Shireman's call up and Drew Peterson out with a precautionary, concussion protocol.
It will be side out for the Skyhawks. There's 14 fouls on the Celtics just about 5 minutes to go. It's all part of a 14-2 run for the Skyhawks in the last 4 minutes. Rebounds have been hard to come by. Rodman hauls it in. A chance for Maine to pick up the pace here on offense. Davison, Shackle for the 6th time tonight. Jordan Shackle, they needed that one.
Great job by Davison getting in the paint. 9 assists on the afternoon for him.
Coach Lashbrook doesn't like to use the term shorthanded. He just talks about opportunities, and Jordan Shackle has stepped into that role for Baylor Shireman tonight with his shooting.
Opportunities and gritty and compete. Players love to compete.
Rejected by Ward. Ward came out of nowhere.
That's why the Celtics lead the G in block shots right there.
Roof was ready to erupt on that one. Rattles out for Shackle. Wallace goes right back at Ward, leaves it for Gay. A little bit of an awkward play there. It's still loose, and a foul is called, because no one really ever had possession.
No, and that's what the Celtics do as well as anyone. Stripping the ball when it's on the ground versus bigger players. They got the first one, you'll see right here, strip. They do that great. The second one, they're going to call a foul on, which clearly across the arm, which is a foul.
And head coach Tyler Lashbrook is going to challenge that foul. At the moment, it's the 15th foul for the Celtics. We'll let you know what the officials work out when we come back after this break. Packed schedule for the Maine Celtics continues this month. They take on the Long Island Nets here tomorrow, Sunday matinee, 1 o'clock. Then they hit the road briefly to take on a tough team in Westchester before finishing out January back home against the Magic and the Wolves, as that was a challenge by head coach Tyler Lashbrook, as you take a look at it here.
And the call was confirmed. Coach Lashbrook, as he shared with us, it's late to the game, will use his replay timeout and reset his club. If Mogay makes this free throw, he'll have a double-double. He's got 14 boards and 9 points. The free throw would give him 11. G League rules again, 1 free throw for 2 points before the 2-minute mark. And it's funny, Rodman and Gay still have friendly conversations as they walk onto the court.
Friendly, a little trash talking, a good blend of both, right?
DJ might have said it's okay to miss, big fella, as he goes to the free throw line.
Gay, a 58% free throw shooter during the regular season. That one puts the Skyhawks back up in front by 6. And the Skyhawks are also in the bonus now. They'll be shooting free throws on any Maine Celtics foul for the last 4 minutes of the game.
Double-double.
Maine needs to find an answer once again. 10 seconds on the clock for Davison. Backs it up to half court, uses a screen from Ward. Try to go behind the back. It'll be a foul called on the ground there as Davison's trying to split the defense.
Davidson also has a double-double. He has 10 assists and 18 points.
Tristan and Aruna also flirting with a double-double. A lot of guys stepping up. We talked about both teams without some of their two-way players. For Maine without an assignment player and Shireman. Guys filling those roles.
Opportunity is the word you coach uses all the time.
7 seconds on the shot clock for Davison. Skip pass and Aruna. They need it. It's off the front rim. Ward staying active. That'll go to College Park.
Again, Hassan Ward always around the basketball. Great instincts.
Maine now 13 for 39 from 3. Skyhawks not much better at 31%. They've hit 11 of them. Wallace leaves it out to Gay in the corner. He's been good from that spot, and Gay's good again.
Ward had an opportunity to take a charge. He's a little upset with himself. He knows he missed it.
Largest lead of the night now for College Park. Yeah, it's been all them in the fourth quarter.
All Skyhawks. Celtics in desperate need of a hoop.
Davison, skip pass to Watson. Watson answers it from the corner.
Right on cue.
Spoken so much by Anton Watson and how this franchise keeps track of when he doesn't take a three-pointer. He's taken 7 tonight. He's been staying at 6 points for much of this fourth quarter. Gay almost thought about it again. Good pass from the big man down low, and Harris got Ward in the air.
Harris again, he's so strong. His fakes hard to guard. He's going to go to, you'll see, going to the free throw line. Ward, nothing he could do but foul and make sure he doesn't get traditional three-point play.
So Harris steps back up to the free throw line again, an 86% free throw shooter, but just 2 for 4 today, struggling a little bit from the free throw line.
15 points does Harris have, and 10 boards, another double-double. We have a lot of guys with double-doubles in this game.
We do, and they have 6 guys in double figures, nothing new. 8 players for the Skyhawks average 9 points or more as there's a whistle here. An infraction of some kind here is some discussion over there by the Celtics bench.
I was blocked by Coach Lashbrook, so I did not see what happened.
Regardless, it'll stay Maine's ball. 2:51 to play. Maine finds themselves down by 8 here in the fourth quarter. What do the Celtics need to do to make up this deficit? They're running out of time. It's a good way to start if they can, but Juricic steals it from Davison.
Juricic doing it on both ends of the floor.
Ward goes to the floor, no foul called. Harris is on the deck now. Skip pass to Hauser. A frantic possession. Celtics looking for a stop here. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock for Juricic. It's Harris right at the free throw line. Harris in and out.
Harris did everything but get that one to drop. That was the shot and the set the Skyhawks wanted. Celtics need to take advantage of the missed opportunity.
And College Park has held opponents under 100 points for 7 games. Maine trying to change that right now.
Another exciting finish in the Expo.
What's new, right?
It's what you got to come out and watch.
Don't forget to breathe as we get the finish here at the Expo. Davison now up to 20 points to go with those 11 assists. Wallace blow by. Misses another one right at the rim. Maine catches another break as Davison comes flying down on the offensive side. Davison thought he was fouled and one. J.D. Davison triggering that Expo magic. And they're saying no shot.
Right, no shot. So right now, if Coach Lashbrook doesn't, well, you can tell by the crowd's reaction.
Just listen to this crowd, over 2,000 strong here at the Portland Expo. There's the replay.
Coach Lashbrook's deciding if he's going to replay or not.
And both teams are in the bonus. And he is going to use his second and final challenge. It looked like Coach Lashbrook was hesitant, knowing it's only 1 point. And then I think he thought about it. It's 1 point.
Correct, especially with only 5 possessions left in the game. Not for us to question why, but I support Coach Lashbrook's decision, who's always makes the right decision.
And we talked about the heave rule, right? Coming out of the third quarter, some of the different rules in the NBA G League. Coming into this season, every coach gets 2 challenges, regardless of if they win the first or not. Also, pretty much everything is challengeable, except technical fouls. This is another kind of one of those instances here.
Well, I love that because it eliminates debate. You have 2. You'll see. I mean, by the way the game's officiated, I believe that that's a continuation, traditional 3-point play. But I'm always wrong on these things. What do you think?
Coach Lashbrook's thinking, didn't you say you were always wrong on Thursday and I was always right?
I did.
He wants to hear that again, I'd imagine.
Yes.
I think it's a continuation here. And another big play by J.D. Davison trying to will this team, the minute 36 left, back into the game. But as the referees check this out, go ahead, John.
So if the call is not overturned, J.D. Davison, for inside of 2 minutes, will shoot 2 free throws for 2 points. If it is overturned, which I think it will be. But once again, I'm continuing to be wrong on the challenges. Official Julian Scott informing us that the call was confirmed, and J.D. Davison will have 2 free throws.
Head coach Tyler Lashbrook has no more challenges left here. But J.D. Davison again, much to the dismay of the crowd here at the Portland Expo, letting these officials hear it right now. As Davison gets ready to step back up to the free throw line, Coach Lashbrook still pleading his case. A tough call, and I do think a tough one to review as well.
Excellent point. That's why it was confirmed. Well, the key is for J.D. Davison to knock down these 2 free throws to cut it to a 4-point game.
Celtics still down 6, as you alluded to earlier. He'll have 2 free throws. Stepping up to the line, Davison 77% from the charity stripe this season.
Coach Lashbrook's right in front of us yelling it's an and one at any level. So obviously not pleased with the call.
Davison misses the first here at the free throw line, despite the heroics by J.D. Davison on Thursday. He was 0 for 3 in that game from the free throw line. A good free throw shooter, above 75%, but now has missed his last 4 consecutive trips.
He'll knock this one down.
Right you are. Makes it a 5-point game here. Minute 30 to play at the Expo. It's Wallace and Davison. Wallison bleeds a lot of this shot clock away. Crowd making some noise, trying to will their team to a stop. Wallace goes right at Davison, and Aruna had his hand there as well. It didn't matter.
Well, we've talked about this all series. He's so strong, hard to guard.
Celtics need to score quick. Here's Watson to the corner for Rodman. Rodman in the corner. It's clutch time. Ice in his veins. DJ Rodman.
Thriving at the end of the game is DJ Rodman, as he's done as a Maine Celtic.
30 third triple of the game for DJ Rodman. Cuts it down to 4 with under a minute to play. It's Rodman now on Wallace. Wallace goes at Rodman. Davison comes to trap. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Bowden lets it fly. Bowden's off back rim. Rodman chasing it down. He gets it. Inaruna over to Davison. Celtics still alive. Under 40 seconds to go. Davison goes at the body of Juricic. It's Rodman. Off the steal. DJ Rodman, 2 in a row. It's fourth quarter time, and that means it's big time for DJ Rodman.
Wow. Ice in his veins does DJ Rodman have.
Back-to-back triples from DJ Rodman. He's 4 for 6 today, up to 14 points. As Maine not done yet. Let's take a look now at the Bill Dodge GMC Buick drive of the game. This was a huge play in third quarter. Skyhawks were just waiting for something to happen. Scrub wasn't waiting at all. Jay Scrub is your Bill Dodge GMC Buick drive of the game.
And that was just great hustle by Jay Scrub. First quarter. Slam.
20 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals for Jay Scrub. But after 6 straight points from DJ Rodman, the Celtics trailed by just 1 with 31.7 seconds left on the clock. Interesting to see what Maine does on defense here.
I was just going to say, part of the great setup, they do not have to foul if Coach Westbrook just chooses to guard. You really want to take away threes. Coach Westbrook's chatting with his assistant coaches about his analyst Jackson Hayden and Brendan Baker. They live right behind us in the game, so we hear all these conversations back and forth.
Remember, both teams are in the bonus. Only 1 timeout remaining for both teams as well. A 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Maine will have to play this one out. Rodman switches on to Juricic. Juricic tries to use that size on the block. Watson comes over to help. Here's Aris. Aris off the mark. The active Mo Gay with another big follow-up. Gets the lead back to 3. Davison in that spot from his Thursday heroics. Rodman, ball fake. DJ Rodman, he's got another one! 3 straight triples for DJ Rodman. The most impactful addition this season for the Maine Celtics, ties it. And this crowd, I think, has a new fan favorite as DJ Rodman introduces himself once again to the Expo faithful.
Well, it's a game in the Expo, so you know what's going to happen. It's going to come right down to the wire. Dramatic finishes.
DJ Rodman has erupted for 12 points here in the final minute of this fourth quarter.
High IQ, always finding him. The team recognizes the hot hand, getting it to him. Looks like he does it his whole life. A natural is DJ Rodman. As you said, ice water in his veins. How's that for a quick 9 points for the newest addition to the Maine Celtics?
And the coaching staff just can't stop raving about the way that he has changed this team, and you're starting to see them win some of these close games down the stretch now since Rodman's joined the lineup. The Skyhawks ball, 3.9 seconds left on the clock. Juricic, the inbounder. They look down low, struggling to get the ball in right now. They just do to Wallace. No one's on him. Wallace goes to the rim. Rodman steps up. A lot of contact. It's a charge. DJ Rodman gets a stop by drawing a charge on Keaton Wallace. Are you kidding me? Talk about a two-way player.
Impactful. They're going to review DJ Rodman.
Listen to this crowd as DJ Rodman steps in front of Keaton Wallace. I'll make the call. Feet are set. And that's a winning play.
Peter set outside the circle, partner. Winning play.
Right now, there's no time left on the clock, so the officials are going to the monitor to check this one out to see the call, of course, the challenge, and also how much time is left on the clock. It looks like maybe half a second if the call stands.
Maybe not even a half a second.
And look at the reaction from J.D. Davison, the third-year guard in this organization. Everyone knows how much value Rodman is bringing to this group right now midway through the season.
It's infectious. Effort, high IQ plays. Players love to play with high IQ guys. DJ Rodman impacts the game in so many ways. Listen, we don't know how this is going to finish, but I guarantee you who you're going to interview at the end of the game for the Maine Celtics player of the game.
And
His name is DJ Rodman.
And I will also tell you the competition, the debate is over on who's getting those claws after the game.
No debate. Well, they only give the claws if they win, though.
That is true. So it will be, the foul will stand. It is confirmed. 0.7 seconds are going on the clock for the Maine Celtics here. And Coach Lashbrook will use his reset to advance the ball to half court.
Look for a play to the rim, for a tip-in at the buzzer. Look for Mo Gay for a deflection if you're the Skyhawks.
0.7, also enough time to get a shot off from deep. I'm a Portland guy at heart. I've seen it once or twice over in Rip City, and we've seen J.D. Davison just in the last week come up big in these scenarios. Davison right now, the inbounder, 0.7 again on the clock. There's Davison, Enaruna open in the corner, Enaruna the triple, in and out. It looked good until it wasn't. And I guess you can't talk about overtime enough, because for the third time in 4 games here at the Portland Expo, we have extra basketball. You can't ride it any better than this.
Thought it was down. The crowd was ready to erupt. It would have been good, I think. On the replay.
Our friend
Clearly good. Ball is out of his hand when the light went on. Just couldn't get it to drop. So, Spencer, before you do your read, 3 games in a row, the Skyhawks have played overtime after going for a spell of never playing overtime.
Just 4 wins all time in overtime for this Skyhawks organization. And remember, in the G League now, we play to a final target score. Second season, this has been implemented now. It's the first team to get to 7 points in an untimed period. So the game tied at 104. Tonight's final target score is 111. And now, of course, our friend and partner, Brendan Glasheen, the typical broadcaster here for the Maine Celtics, doing excellent work with the new Women's Basketball League Unrivaled. Your broadcast partner for a long time. When they asked me to step in for him for a little bit while he's down there in Miami, I don't think I expected 3 overtime games in 4.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Brendan, because he'd been really proud, because I was quiet and we let the game breathe and the crowd breathe with the excitement.
So here we go. The 5th overtime at the Portland Expo this season. Mo Gay and Tristan Enaruna here to jump at center court as the Maine Celtics, to start this overtime period, is going to start a little bit with a smaller lineup.
So this is Maine's 5th of 15 games at home in overtime. Punch your tickets for extra basketball when you buy a ticket for the Expo.
So again, the target score is 111. Whoever gets there first wins the ball game. Skyhawks will start with Harris down low out to Juricic. Resets against Rodman. Rodman's done everything for Maine. They close out on Bowden. Bowden's 3 is pure.
He didn't kick his legs out.
I was honestly waiting for it to see if a foul was going to be called there. Instead, it's the second 3 and 13 points for Bowden as Skyhawks strike first. What do you think of the Celtics starting small here in overtime? How about DJ Rodman? What can he do?
I think they just got their best offensive players in the crew, and DJ Rodman's on fire, playing the best basketball of his life.
Season high 19 points for Rodman. Here's Wallace. Bank is open for Wallace, and just like that, Skyhawks pull within 1 of that target score.
Wow. Almost a must score now for the Celtics.
Down 4, and again, that target score, 111. Celtics need something big here. It's J.D. Davison off the screen, working on Wallace. Davison pulls up in his face. Davison's got the answer, and a mean mug on his face as the Skyhawks call timeout. We're in a next basket win scenario here at the Expo. An electric overtime to start.
And the quickest overtime we've had so far as well, both teams coming out in fuego. I don't think we've had a missed shot in overtime.
We have both teams perfect from the field here with that 1st to 7 scenario. Maine Celtics now, again, we've seen them play small. They didn't have Hassan Ward on defense. You think they check Ward back into the game here, considering the offensive rebound of Mo Gay and the Skyhawks?
I do. It doesn't look like he's coming to the table. Coach Ashburn chatting with the coaches and the team right now. Good question on your part, partner.
Yeah, it looks like Maine will stay small again. Mo Gay, 15 rebounds, 16 points. So as you mentioned, both teams perfect to start, including that shot off the glass and the answer from Davison. When the Celtics need a bucket, he's usually got it for Maine.
So you asked about Ward. The Celtics, this lineup has done a great job switching defenses. And that's what Coach Ashbrook has chosen to do.
And what the Skyhawks have typically done in terms of an answer is try to find a mismatch with either Harris or Juricic around the block. Maine Celtics have to get a stop. It's Juricic getting the switch on Watson. They go down low. Rodman there to help. It's a double team on Harris. Juricic swings to Wallace. That's the other mismatch. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Juricic lets it fly. Juricic off the mark. Rebound DJ Rodman. Everybody on their feet. Sellout crowd at the Portland Expo. Next basket wins for the Maine Celtics. Does J.D. Davison have more overtime heroics in store? It's the two-way players, one-on-one. 5 on the shot clock for Davison. He gets the switch on Gay. Davison in the face of Mo Gay. Not that time for Davison. It's hauled in by Harris.
Everybody thought that was going in.
Now it's Wallace. Fresh off a career day in the NBA for Atlanta. Wallace leaves to Harris. He's got the quick first step. Enaruna comes over. It's off the glass, and it's a walk-off win for Kevon Harris. The Skyhawks, for the second straight time, go to overtime with Maine, and this time it's College Park that gets it done.
College Park winning 2 or 3 games in overtime this week. What a great game.
You said it. I mean, Kevon Harris, 19 points, none bigger than that, and a game winner as he was able to get by Watson. Maine also 1 and 4 in overtime periods. Again, all 5 of those right here in the Expo. Another one going down the wire. We'll be back with our player of the game after the Skyhawks win it 112 to 109 in overtime. Maine Celtics fall in overtime to College Park, 112 to 109. Spencer Martin here, joined with our player of the game, DJ Rodman. DJ, for the second consecutive game against the Skyhawks. You go to overtime for the third time in 4 games here at the Expo. You go to overtime. How do you digest all that you just saw happen?
I mean, it's fun. Honestly, it's not even. It's a little overwhelming, but it's fun. It's fun. I like it here. It's what my 5th, 6th, 7th game here. I'm loving it, and especially in more overtime games, the better, in my opinion. But we got to close those ones out. We got to close them out.
You come here midway through the season. Yeah, you kind of get your first taste of a sellout crowd here at the Portland Expo. You're someone who emotes what he's feeling after every play. Do you feel like you were getting that back from the crowd today and feeling that?
Oh yeah. And I finally let myself loose last game with my emotions, and I'm a very emotional guy. I'm going to let my, for better or for worse, shoot. I'm gonna let my emotions on my sleeve, and I'm whenever a good play happens, I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it.
Let's look at that stat sheet for you. We see some of the highlights. I mean, 19 points, 3 steals, 3 assists. You had 9 rebounds as well, and we saw your hands kind of go up in the air. You were 0 for 5 the other night against this team. You missed your first couple today. How did it feel to just see the ball go down the hoop, and all of a sudden you opened the floodgates there in the 4th quarter?
Oh, it felt great. Especially after the last game. I mean, shoot, I'd rather shoot 0 for 5 and win, but it was frustrating. It was definitely one of my toughest games mentally, but definitely. And this game, I just need to get it back. And shoot, I went 7 for 11.
Yeah.
Bad. I ain't gonna complain.
I think you heard it from the crowd that you're quickly becoming a fan favorite, and making shots is fun, but it's everything else that you do, the way you impact the game without scoring. Where does that come from? Because we talk about how your career evolves, right? You're a high school star, and then you have a couple stops in college. Everything changes in each phase of your career. Where does that come from, that motor that you have?
Honestly, it came from when I was in 3rd grade, when I had my first asthma attack. Because I didn't know when I had asthma when I was younger. Grew out of it when I got here, and shoot, all I knew was play hard. I didn't know what tired was, and that's how I am now. Obviously, I'm a little older. You get more tired when you get older, but I don't know when to stop. I don't want to ever stop. I don't know if I'm playing. So my girlfriend lets me know if I'm playing like crap, if I'm not playing as hard. And playing like crap is when I don't play hard. When I play the best when I play hard. And it doesn't matter. I don't care if I score. I just want to get rebounds, get steals, defend their best player, and play basketball.
It's contagious. You're winning us over. You're winning your teammates over. How do you guys regroup? You're right back here at 1 o'clock. You get a chance to bounce right back against Long Island. I'm sure you can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait. And shoot, I don't even think there's time to even think about this one. So we gotta go. We gotta go out there and win tomorrow.
All right, DJ Rodman, our player of the game. Thanks so much for spending some time with us today, DJ.
Thank you.
Overtime loss for the Maine Celtics, 112 to 109. They fall short to the Skyhawks in another overtime thriller. Again, the second straight time a matchup with the Skyhawks has gone in overtime. But what can you say about DJ Rodman with that infectious smile and passion for the game? Such a pleasure to be around this season. We thank him for joining us post-game as John Scheinman gets back here with us. And man, oh man, a tough one for the Celtics to swallow. But I will say, you heard it in DJ's voice, them losing that game in overtime felt different than the other overtime losses. They're not a sense of despair. It felt more of a sense of hope in what they're building right now.
As we chatted about in the opening, they're playing the best basketball of the season. Rodman, tremendous pickup for them. You see today, as far as player of the game, all the things that he brings to the table. And if he could score like that, sky's the limit for this Celtics club.
It was really impressive seeing you go down the box sheet. I mean, J.D. Davison, 24 points, 13 assists. We saw what he looks like again without having this kind of partner in crime. Baylor Shireman is more of a distributor for much of this game, I thought.
Phenomenal distributor. Without Baylor Shireman, interesting, DJ took the ball out at the end of the game, and Celtics did a great job recovering without Shireman, without Peterson, and they were right there. Tremendous effort, down 9 inside of 2 minutes to come back to force overtime. It's a game effort.
It was fun to see, and yeah, we talk about those ticket promotions, and I said in the open, like, it's not just an exciting atmosphere because you average over 2,000 fans here. It's an exciting atmosphere at the Expo because it's always a great game right now. It's hard to catch your breath.
It's always a great game, and you see great basketball played by great players. And how about the Skyhawks? We said this in a close. They've played 3 games this week, all overtime games. 2 out of 3 they won. The the first 2 games they came back. This game they let the lead slip. It's a credit to the Maine Celtics.
And Keaton Wallace led the way with 24 points for the Skyhawks, 7 players scoring 9 points or more, and not a lot of chance to recover. We have a 1 o'clock game today, a 1 o'clock game tomorrow with Long Island coming to town. We got to start doing our homework. You know, Coach Lashbrook's already looking to the Nets coming into town. What troubles can the Nets bring this team on a really less than 24 hours until tip-off?
Well, the first thing is the Nets played last on Tuesday. They're already in town. In fact, they're going to practice in the Expo within the next hour. So they'll be well rested, and the Celtics are certainly not playing 3 games in 4 days. So that's the challenge. As Coach Lashbrook says, you got to be a pro, you got to get your rest, you got to get your treatment, and you got to pay attention to the scouting reports and the film sessions.
Maine Celtics fall to 6-6 in the regular season after this 112-109 loss to College Park. Another exciting day here at the Portland Expo. They'll be right back at it again against Long Island. Thank you so much for joining us today on NBC Sports Boston. For my partner John Scheinman, our fantastic production crew there in the studio, we appreciate your time. We'll see you next time right here on NBC Sports Boston for some Maine Celtics basketball.
This copyrighted broadcast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA G League.